Beauty isn't shallow. It's the way our mind seeks to find truth. Okay, let me explain. Everybody on earth is designed to look for beauty, whether it's like a beautiful like blooming pink flower, or like a vibrant orange sunset, or just somebody with like really nice teeth and they smile and you're like, oh, that's just a gorgeous smile. Somebody told me that the other day and it was very, very sweet. It made me feel good, and I could tell my smile delighted them. And what do I mean by delighted? Literally like brought light to their face. I'm Maya, I'm the Renaissance heroine, and I'm here to help you grow. Scanning for things that appeal to our eyes, to our senses. Yeah, not even just our eyes, but there's like the sensuality of life, the textures, tastes, smells. Beauty can be found anywhere, but it's not in everything. That's kind of something that has been pushed along, like everything is beautiful, everyone is beautiful. That's not really true. You can find appreciation for things that are ugly. I'm not saying you can't, but the idea that everything, everyone is beautiful is not true. And notice how all those things are like not the same. Not at all. They look nothing like. You wouldn't be like, a flower looks just like a sunset or looks just like a smile. They all are beautiful. Even babies are like primed to look out for beauty. They tend to look longer on beautiful faces, beautiful things as well, not just beautiful people, beautiful things. And those things that were less beautiful, they tended to not look at as long. And this was like pre any socialization. These are like little babies before anyone's told them like, this is beautiful. The patriarchy system has said this is ugly and this is beautiful. No, it was like their objective reality. They had no concept, but they tend to look longer on things that are beautiful. Like, because on an evolutionary scale, beauty is such a major factor in how we go about mating. We tend to pick somebody we are attracted to physically, by smell. These, like, if you smell bad or if you look trashy, that's less likely to be attractive. And there's a reason for that. Beauty indicates health, and health indicates formidability. And that formidability speaks volumes on whether your children will be healthy and formidable. So you want to pick a partner who is also beautiful, formidable, who you think could give your future children the best chance at life. So beauty isn't shallow. It's innate. It's something everyone seeks. And to turn away from beauty, to condescend it, to diminish its importance, is to deny yourself out of joy, to delude yourself out of your own nature and inherent truth. In fact, to turn away from beauty is to embrace falseness. People don't have to look the same to be beautiful. Like you can look entirely different and still be just as beautiful. Are you going to be just as beautiful to this one person or this one person? No, everyone has their own unique tastes. But nobody could say that is ugly, because I don't ascribe to the idea that everyone is beautiful just as they are. No, maybe that was true at one point, but now there are all of these wrenches that get put in our way, like the food we have in the United States. It doesn't help you become more beautiful. Like, it's a hindrance really to go like eat McDonald's. Like, it'll have you gain weight, which obesity is not healthy. The greases and the things like that are in it can clog your pores, create all kinds of skin issues, can make you bloated. Like, there are all of these things that don't help you. So the idea that everyone is beautiful just as they are, babies are beautiful. They're like fresh and new in the world. It's like a beautiful baby. But people, having gone through the world, gone through society, know we have to like work to keep it. We have to keep working to return to truth. And that's what it is. It's not covering up, it's returning to the truth. So the key is to lean into your uniqueness, which I know is kind of interesting when we talk about beauty, because it often comes in like, this is the beauty standard. This is what everyone should look like. Instagram face, this body type. No, the idea of beauty is to lean into truth, which is your own unique beauty, your own uniqueness. We have a woman who's extremely thin. This is Bella Hadid. Yes, Bella Hadid. Like, we know she's skinny. And she looks phenomenal. Like, she looks amazing. She looks healthy. She looks vibrant, even though I know she has some health issues, but she looks very healthy. Versus this other woman, okay? I don't know who this is. Like some kind of, I'm assuming she's a model. Has a pretty face, but she looks gaunt. She looks frail. It looks like scary a little bit. She looks a little like a skeleton. And you know, that's also my opinion too. It makes me like kind of like lightheaded when I see women, when you can like see their sternum bones and like their like ribs and things like kind of popping out of their upper chest. Like, it kind of freaks me out. But that's I don't think that's pretty. But I think you can be skinny and not look like that. I think it just depends on who you are. And if you look like that, maybe you're not meant to be that skinny. It's kind of uncanny. And it can go the other way too. So we have this woman who's curvy, but like she looks healthy. She looks formidable. She looks like she could like carry a child and like throw it, and she looks like she's strong and healthy because she has like a nice like hip to waist ratio. We're not talking about BMI here. We're talking about hip to waist, okay? And she looks good, okay? And we have this other woman who is also big, does not have that same appearance of health that the other woman had, even though they're both larger women. And so some women look amazing, thin. Some look incredibly gaunt and frail. Some women look amazing with a bit more fat and curves, and others look obese. And I mean obese as like a medical health term. You can look obese. You can look gaunt and unhealthy. You can look obese and unhealthy. And so those women on both sides could weigh the exact same, but there's still something in their unique architecture of their body that makes them look different aesthetically. And it does matter. I know people are like, well, she can have fat in all the right places and it's fine, but for me, it's not fine. That's true. That's true. It is nicer to look at, but that's like the surface level, like top of the iceberg, okay? As you go further down, you realize, yes, fat placement on your thighs or on your glutes is actually a health indicator on women. Visceral fat, your midsection covering your organs, is terrible for you. It's kinds of different issues. No, it's not the same where the fat is placed. And so some women with that different fat placement can be a little heavier. And some women who don't have that genetic predisposition to having lower body fat and instead hold all their fat in their stomach probably need to lose some weight. And they'll look better and they'll feel better and it's healthier and people will see it and it's healthier. Because like aesthetics, it seems shallow because yes, the aesthetic, how you look is the tip of the iceberg, but the way you look is the indicator of your health. And your health has a direct connection to the way people treat you. I know, it's unfortunate. Don't throw the tomatoes at me. It's an unfortunate truth. Accept it, and you can change yourself and go, okay, yeah, I have an understanding now that the way I look, the way I show up has a direct consequence to how people treat me. Or I can whine and say, well, then the world has to change for me. Okay, what's easier? What makes more sense? Changing yourself to be the best version of yourself, not to fit in, but because truly, like to lean into your truth, to lean into health, which leads to beauty, is going to be better for you. Or say, no, you know what? The world has to change for me. Like, what makes more sense? It seems like self-sabotage at that point to go, well, I can't change. I need everyone else to change in order to make me feel better. And sometimes people even go in the opposite direction, trying to play down their beauty or eat or starve their way into ugliness, like holes and tattoos on their face. And okay, and like I have tattoos. I have some tattoos. I have one hole in my face, but there's a difference between like this, somebody who's enhancing their beauty. She has a lot of holes in her face, more than I would do personally. That's really, but she looks amazing. She looks vibrant. She looks like happy. Versus this person. One's a little younger, that one's a little older, but like that doesn't really matter, okay? Because you have to ask yourself, the way that I'm adorning myself, enhancing my beauty, or is it something to help hide me? Is it a true enhancement of my soul and unique self, Or is this a way to hide from the world and protect myself from rejection? When you make yourself look a certain way, you know is going to be very abrasive to most people. It's a protection from rejection. You're making them reject you initially before they can reject you for real. It's your own form of self-protection. I'm gonna make myself look ugly so people will reject me on my terms. That's what it is, because if you're beautiful and you're rejected, oh, that says something about your personality. That says something about who you are. That's harder to deal with than you're kind of scary looking and people reject you. You can go, oh, it's just the way I look. They just don't see past my surface level. Do you see that? Like I said, beauty can come in all forms, shapes, and sizes, but it must be truthful. It must have health and vitality, aliveness to feel beautiful to the outside world. Like, you can have a crazy eclectic style, you can have very simple clothing and makeup, but the beauty that it shows on the exterior comes from the acceptance and love you are giving to yourself within, and understanding what's true to you instead of hiding who you are. I think that's why a lot of plastic surgery and fillers and things like that can look not just bad, it can feel incredibly uncanny and disingenuous to look at. Because if something is done to hide one's true nature rather than to enhance it, it's just false. It's uncomfortable because we don't like that falseness. Yeah, we don't like the Polar Express characters because they're kind of human, but they're not really. Also, like, every monster, right? Like, think you're Frankenstein, you're Dracula. The thing that makes them so frightening is because they are false. They are not true to human existence. Like, Frankenstein was created, not born. He was pieced together, piecemealed by a man who, like, an electric shocked, and then he came out and he's all deformed and weird, and like, it's not nice, it's not beautiful, it's not true, it's false. Same thing with vampires. You got Edward Cullen. He can look beautiful on the outside, but he's cold. He's false. He has an intense self-loathing for what he is, because people are not supposed to eat people. You can get incredibly sick, actually, from consuming any kind of human flesh, human blood, anything like that. But his existence is inside the falseness, inside the ugliness. Plastic surgery, it's stolen valor. Like, this is how I feel about BBLs. It's stolen valor to, like, have somebody implant fat in your butt and, like, make it look like you have a great butt. Kind of false advertising too, to, like, as a mating strategy. It's different to have a big butt from a BBL versus working on it in the gym. It's two very different things. It says different things about you, even though it can look kind of the same. But I'm not even convinced they look the same, okay? Like, look at this. No, like, that's not real. And you can tell, like it was kind of hard to find a picture of BBL, but I know how they look because I see them in person. But on social media, it looks really good. They, like, do, like, a crazy angle and they, like, cinch the waist with the Facetune and they make it, like, smooth over, like, it looks great. But when you see them live in person, that's how I'm, like, able to reference this. And it was hard to find this picture, but I think this is Kim Kardashian at the gas station. And when I see them live in person, I'm like, that's not right. That's false. And it's different than somebody who's just has naturally, like, a great butt, or who's worked really hard on it in the gym. And again, that's still naturally a great butt. Like, it's still natural, just because they grew their muscle in a natural way. So yeah, I've gone through a pretty long process of figuring out, like, what looks good on me. I think that's just, like, coming into womanhood, and I want to help other people with that. Like, I know, like, blue looks great on me. Like, you can see, like, I know that. I know how to do my makeup. I don't really have a lot on right now, but it looks natural. I'm still wearing some. And I know what colors work for me. I've also been fat. I'm not, like, super thin now, but I've lost a lot of weight. I've put on a lot of muscle. And it's a really fun process, especially once you start figuring it out. Figuring out what looks good on you, what silhouettes look nice, like, things like that. It really builds your confidence because everything is a hit in your wardrobe. Everything in your wardrobe and in your makeup. And you're not wasting money on things that just will look ugly on you because you know, like, okay, like, this color isn't really gonna hit for me. So I know that now. Sometimes I still delude myself. There are some greens I really want to wear and I just can't do it. It helps because now I go into the store, into the makeup store, into the clothing store, and instead of having 1,000 options, I know, okay, I know this is my color. Okay, it's my color. Is it my silhouette? Yes. Or is it my silhouette? No, put it back. And then like you can go from there. And I still play around. I still try things on that I'm like, this probably isn't gonna work. And usually I'm right. But sometimes it's still fun. Like I tried on this very like structured, like pink. It was a really beautiful color, but it was just like very structured, like button down shirt yesterday. And I loved the color, but it just like the fit, the silhouette just doesn't work for me. I have very like full rounded features, like very curvy. And so like I know a very like sharp structured look like usually doesn't work for me. Here's the thing, I would have bought it and it just would have sat in my closet because I wouldn't have figured out how to style it. Or I would have like worn it to the beach, which is like clothes graveyard. It's the button down graveyard for me, is taking it to the beach. And I'm like, why did I get this and then I'm like, why am I even wearing this when I could wear like a cute little beach skirt and that's gonna look better anyway. Anyways, beauty isn't shallow. It's a form of self-love and adornment and respect even. It becomes shallow when it's pressed upon us that there's only one right way to be beautiful, like fit into this box, get this big butt, put this filler in your face, like Instagram face, you know, like that's where it becomes really shallow because it's like everyone should look the same. No, everybody can be beautiful uniquely. Doesn't mean everyone is beautiful right now, but everyone has the potential to be beautiful. And I believe that firmly. I don't think everyone is beautiful right as they are, but I think every single person has the potential to be beautiful. That's my hot take. To completely conform to somebody else's idea of beauty, just as false as rejecting it completely. It does take experimentation. It does take a little bit of time and effort and thought. But once you figure it out, you'll realize you feel better, you look better, people treat you better. And I want that for you. I want people to treat you better. I want people to open the door for you. I want people to smile, but you have to smile too. I want people to come talk to you at the cafe or at the yoga studio or whatever, wherever you are. That's usually where people talk to me. I want that for you. And the first step is accepting that you can be beautiful. There's no question. There's no question that you can be beautiful. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, like and subscribe. I'm going to be consistent because I feel like I have something now to say. I was kind of lost for a while. So if you made it to the end, I'm glad you're here. I'm excited to keep making more. Bye.